You have to know that you came from a certain spot and now you're here. Be proud of where you are and try to get further. But the minute I look at Jack over there and say, wow, you're driving this Porsche, you're living in that house, but yet he doesn't really have a dime to his name. That's, I don't want to compare myself. Sure, I might want to live that lifestyle, but I live in a modest, 3-bedroom, 2,200 square foot house, property, perfectly fine, absolutely fine. Do you sometimes get FOMO, I want to be that person? Sure, but then you don't know that person's situation. And then people don't know that I have some money saved up into my retirement account.
Sure.
I don't know if that person does. Is everything that they're
probably not. Is
everything that they're earning going into a education fund? Are they paying for their kids at school, or is grandpa doing that?
Mm-hmm.
Who's paying for that private school that the kids are going to that we're jealous about?
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes, just to what you're talking about the outside noise, it's very easy to get caught up in trying to be something that you're not even really close to, because you're even better than that.
Yeah.
We're motivated enough to not take that $10,000. I'm motivated enough to say, sure, help it. Help is fine. But I want to be independently wealthy. I want to be able to make my own money, be able to say to my kids, this is what we've accomplished. And to get to that level, I think you need to throw out procrastination. You need to be disciplined, and you need to be hungry. You need to have that drive. Because if you're just going to sit back and relax, like Brendan, if you won the lottery, right? Would you stop doing everything?
I think there's a point at which...
Would you stop running?
Obviously, never. Obviously, life would change. But that's different.
But why do you say? But why is it different? Because your goal, you like to do that.
It's different because
your body is like your
health
business
related.
Well, but okay,
it's health related.
You're passionate about that.
Very, but it's different in that I can't go and buy a certain level of health.
Okay?
No, Sean. At the end of the day, you have to do the work, and the work sucks. There's no magic pill. I'm sorry.
Wow, there's a magic injection.
Have you seen some of the side effects? We'll talk about that for another episode. Mm-hmm. But without magic pen,
right,
you have to do the work, and it sucks.
But that's true of businesses too.
100%.
Right.
And the result that you get even in the business situation motivates you to continue and do more and build and build and build.
Just to ask you that, and you just immediately said never. But when I asked you about what would we stop if you won the lottery, it's like, that's where I'm saying that it's like no matter, and you look at the most successful people out there, they didn't stop at their first million. That got them actually hungrier.
Yeah.
And
I
think
there's an aspect to that, though, that you get to a certain point where you start to understand that, you were saying like, oh, that person has a really nice house. That person has a car. Or they have the whatever.
You're right. Trophy wife.
How can I get, that house or this car? I want that car. Then you go and you get the car, and then a month later you're
empty again.
You're like, eh.
Right. Exactly.
You get to a point where you start to understand that these things don't fulfill, and these things don't. It's not a
bucket filler
of getting up in the morning to go out to your, whatever dream car, go jump in your pool in the backyard. It's use it as motivation, but understand there's a bigger.
Well, we just talked about that. I said you feel so much better when you accomplish something that you've set out to accomplish.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, whatever, this person just lost, on a trade. Okay, that's fine. The next trade is another trade.
Yeah.
If at the end of the day you're looking to put together a number and you accomplish that number, that's a great feeling. Who cares what someone else's number is? It's about accomplishing that. When you're a sales guy and you close you say, I want to close 10 sales contracts this week. I want to bring in 10 new seats. Okay. If you accomplish that, that's huge. Who cares if somebody else did 50? You'll just say, okay, next week, then I'm going to try to get 12. And you got to feel good about hitting your own goals. And that's why when you can sort of put those blinders on, I mean, we just had the Preakness and all that. The horses have their blinders. So they just stay the lane.
Yeah.
And they don't look at what, whatever the horse beside them is, Lucky Rabbit, is doing right now.